technology. I hope audio and video is working as expected. I'm gonna wait for incognito window to give me a feedback. Just double check everything. So all things should be fine and functional. Uh, huh. Okay, yeah. So things are fine to be expected. Let's get started. Anyway, I'm gonna assume things are working fine or functional. Hold on. Uh-huh. Eh, just gonna go with things. Anyway, the reason why I have said more patience needed is that our engine, CV engine, it's out of my hand basically at this point in time. Basically, the building part we have taken care of it. It's with our basically ECU partner, so to say, and they are gonna do the what you call final spark plug, timing, fuel injection, and all that stuff. Basically, it's still carburetor based, but they do need spark plug timing and all that. So the ECU does need to program. Unfortunately, it seems like they got occupied with some other work, so they may not be able to do it. It's in their hand. It's not in our hand. So our part is done. Our action on it is like finished, wrapped up. So we are waiting. Originally, this should have been done long ago, but they said like, yeah, 1 or 2 days, 1 or 3 days. Now it's like weeks. So it's idling that is gonna frustrating. It's becoming very frustrating. Like I would be lucky at this point in time if this is done in 2026 itself. So well, this sort of things does happen. I was contacting with Tromus EV, the guy who's building series hybrid, basically like Edison in India. He was I was talking with him, and he said that it's this sort of thing does happen in India. It's the little things that takes time in India. It's not the big thing. You will think, oh, this is a big task. It will take time. Nah, 5 minutes, done. Go home. It's the little things. Yeah, it might take like freaking weeks or months, so to say. So fundamentally, it is becoming a bit more what you call frustrating because again, it's just waiting. I can't do anything anymore. I just wait for it. The main paradox is I can't be physically in Bangalore because that means I have to shut down YouTube for at least a month or something. That will have economic consequences. And not to mention, where would I stay there? Like, it's one thing to stay there for like 1 or 2 days. It's another to stay there for months, so to say. So this chicken and egg scenario is getting out of hand because again, I'm thinking like if the ECU people takes too long, it might be just better to get a running engine with old spark timer, so to say, dynamo sort of system, not ECU. Let it be no ECU, just like old school dynamo that is doing spark plug timing and all that. It's getting what you call testing our patience, so to say. And again, the Trauma CV, they are also dealing with the fact that, again, I keep saying that series hybrid is actually less component. The reason why it is less component, for example, let's say you're making series hybrid diesel system. You don't actually need the diesel particulate filter because those systems starts when you are like warming up the engine. Not when the engine is hot, but here's the deal. When you are driving it with like a big ass battery bank, you have the ability to spin up the engine before you inject fuel. Basically, you can spin it up for a few minutes, not seconds, minutes. Like you can warm up everything, you can make sure everything is oil lubricated. When your sensor gives you the correct feedback, it's like oil temperature is right, compression is achieving, and you have right enough to, then you inject fuel. If you do that, you don't need that diesel particulate filter, which mind you, all it does is capture the starter particulate mass, and then when you go into your peak power band, it burns them away. What if you never had that ugly start, which again you can't do that with normal truck unless you have electric vehicle like battery. So you have that, and then there's another system that you can throw away, which we call exhaust recirculation. So exhaust recirculation system is also again only useful when your engine is at partial load. At full load, it breathes properly. Throw that away. And he built it fine dandy. He went to RE. It's like, no, put those system. It's like, what's the point? Like again, he's working his ass off to remove, because again, drivers hate the system. These systems are way too finicky. They fail too often. And again, you might be like, okay, but they are not using it right. It's just that if I'm used to driving a truck for 30 years in one way, and you're like, okay, now you have to rev match it and make sure that you are burning off the soot and all that, I'm gonna throw the truck away. So fundamentally speaking, why you want to create that hassle? It's like, no, it's like, you have to put it. It's like, what the, test it. If it does not meet it, then do that. But like, they will not do that. They're just like, nope. So as I'm getting older, I'm realizing that the technical part, the engineering part, it seems hard. It is hard, but it's nothing compared to the bureaucratic mess that you have to deal with when you are dealing with any government. Again, any government. Ask even the again Edison Motors. I keep talking about like how much frustrating it was them for to like deal with the supplier, deal with the engineering, deal with the CAN bus not working properly. All of that versus dealing with government. They were like, bro, we can take this 24 into 7. I can do this all day. Government, yeah, I can't do this all day. So I'm being humbled by this sort of real world experience. It's like I'm far less what you call judgmental of neutrons, supposed delay, so to say. It's like, I'm understand it. It's like, bro, it's like we just like, it's a fifth. Maybe a trained professional in the ECU department, it will take maximum 1 hour. And again, wiring harness is already done. That part is sorted. That's the irritating part. Unfortunately, we had a mistake with the piston ring, so it was not sealing. One cylinder was not sealing, so there was no compression in that. Now we have compression on both of them. The person who did that wiring, he's occupied with some other stuff. Talk about USA or Venezuela oil trade. I do not have enough information on that. And again, whenever Trump says something or it's coming from USA, apply disc brake. Wait for a few months. So because it will require some hard work. Again, it's not difficult, it's not impossible. It's what you call Wednesday for oil industry to switch certain systems so they can handle the dirty crude, quote unquote, from Venezuela. So what are their approaches? Are they planning to shift the workforce? It's like there are a lot of what you call data, pieces in the chessboard. So relax, chillax, take your time, and then we're gonna know more about this in 2-3 months. White hydrogen video, maybe Delulu will disagree. Yeah, white hydrogen. This I'm getting frustrated. It's like this whole humanity forgot what hydrogen actually is. Like hydrogen is not a gas. Like I've seen way too many documentaries saying like oil industry ignores hydrogen. It's like hydrogen is one gas in this goddamn planet that you cannot ignore. Like helium, you could ignore. Unless you are in an enclosed volume and you are suffocating to death, you will not know that there is helium. I get that. Hydrogen is not like that. That bitch just goes boom. That goes kaboom. And that's how we found it. The world's only working hydrogen gas well. That's how we found it. We was drilling for freaking water, and then somebody was lighting cigarette there, and kaboom. It's like, oh, and again, even if let's just say somehow magically you have methane coming up and you have crude oil coming up and you have what you call hydrogen coming up, and somehow it's not going kaboom, it will metal embrittle everything. It will chemically react. This hydrogen puppy is reactive AF. You can't hide it. The only reason they can ignore it is because ignorable, as in the what you call parts per million, it's microscopic. Like 500 parts per million sounds great. It's just like, imagine that much salt in water. It's like, bro, it's like nothing, like nothing. In future, will battery chemistry will be the latest cheapest option for grid energy storage, LFP or sodium ion? My money is on lithium iron phosphate. Again, it's a gamble decision, but my money is on lithium iron phosphate because again, I do not like the idea of like going to an inferior metal. We know everything about almost every metal in the periodic table. Okay, like during 1970s, every single metal you can think of was used. And again, we went through three major elements. We went from lead acid batteries to nickel cadmium batteries to basically lithium batteries. Sodium was experimented. It's not new or unknown. We knew how to make sodium batteries. It's just that it was weaker, so people focused on lithium. And this idea of like lithium is expensive. Lithium is not expensive. It's the goddamn cobalt that is expensive. Lithium is not expensive. And LFP, again, even Chinese EV makers are going with LFP simply because it required a scale-up process. That process is now done. It required BMS upgrades. It is done. So all those things kind of make this, sodiums undesirable because there is a penalty. You are like, okay, but battery would be cheaper. Great, I grant you that. But problem is, it's expensive. The battery is cheaper, but your inverter is expensive. Why? Because the voltage curve of sodium is bad. It goes very low volt per cell wise. And if you are like, okay, I'm not going to use it, your capacity goes down. So you have to utilize that. Otherwise, what's the point? And again, copper is far more expensive. The IGBTs that can work at those higher amp loading, that will happen if you are pulling energy at such a low voltage, they are expensive. So you're not saving that much money if you really look into the whole system cost. So, like again, lithium is not the most expensive component in the battery. So, again, that's my take on it. I could be wrong, but right now, if I'm a betting man, I'll bet on lithium iron phosphate rather than sodium batteries. Ro. I often talk about hope. Why don't you make a video on the medical future? Please try to understand and explain it, please. My voice, like, see, first, I can't understand everything. Duh. Like I do try to understand Fourier transform, but does not mean I can actually sit down and do the math of Fourier transform. So there is a limitation of my curiosity. It again, as long as I understand things, as in like, okay, what's going on, I'm happy with that. So I do deep dives on things, but there is a limit. There is a cutoff point. So going into medical, and again, it feels lame because I have a brother who is a doctor, and I have already done a lot of live stream with him. But again, that is generally done on a Hindi channel, not on this channel. But again, if I really need something serious, I'm like, I just ping him. So, and I lost hope in humanity not because of technology. We do not have a technological problem. Like at this point in time, any engineer worth their salt can solve every single global warming related problem of humanity, overpopulation related problem of humanity. We are not doing it because of psychology. It's not an engineering problem anymore. It never was. It's a psychological problem, and that's the reason why I don't have that much what you call hope, so to say. Is there any LFP battery manufacturer factory in India? Maybe one. Maybe one. Just recharge to watch your live stream. It's not that important. You should not do that. I know you have a video on Medica. I just wanted some more. Some things I've done, like for example, I think I have done the ventilator because it's a mechanical thing. So, and again, it's a very surface level. The one thing I'm truly trying to understand right now, like slowly chipping away at it, is like how the heck MRI works. And I do not mean, oh, it just does this. No, none of that bullshit. I need absolute data. Like I understand how what you call GPS works now. Again, not the math, but like how does it work? And again, CAT scan, computational tomography, that also I understand. But MRI, I don't. Like for example, everyone, oh, it's a magnet. A magnet does nothing. That superconducting magnet, that does nothing. All it is a what you call noise cancelling. It just stabilizes everything to, like, let's say it's 1.5 Tesla. It will stabilize everything to 63 megahertz. That's all it does. If it's 3 Tesla, it might lock everything to 102 megahertz or something like that. So all it is, it's a stabilizer. So how the heck you find XYZ coordinate? Like how the heck you get inside human body? Okay, so you have gradient coil. Okay, gradient coil, Z coil I understand. X coil also I understand, but okay, that only gives you what you call a row. How the heck you're getting data in the row? Basically, this pixel has to be this bright or this low. That part is not done. I think it's coming from phase data, but it's difficult. Now, again, Fourier transform is the reason how it's working. So that part, I'm good. I understood that part. Meaning if you can, and again, that's why gradient quality is the reason why you can, what you call encode data in the radio of the body. But I'm still missing one dimension, like, so you have X coil that does the slicing. You have basically from your shoulder to this side, you have a different magnetic gradient, and then you have a different gradient that goes from here to here, like, you know, trrr, and that's what you hear, that tut, 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 tut. That's what the what you call final slice coil is. So I'm still just missing one data point, but the day I crack that, I'll cover MRI again. But I'm not there yet, just yet. Okay, how is Saturday? My man, time starts to fly by. Although I have to say, I recently heard somewhere that, like, you know, someone saying, like, you know, some rule is like, if you have an unfinished task, finish it. Like, it will waste so much time and energy and focus that it is just not worth it ignoring it. Like, ignoring it is causing you harm. So I starting to take that advice. It's like, oh, I wanted to buy this or not buy, just buy the goddamn thing, then work. And again, it's much better on my mind. One big thing, the hydrogen train video was surprisingly successful. Like this channel barely gets like 100 view per video, and that video went like viral, like for this channel, 10,000 view, 20,000 view or something like that. And so much comment, like it had like flooded my whole comment system. Again, I do say at the end of this video, like in English channel video, it's like I will reply to every single comment. And it was frustrating me. Like for days, it was frustrating me that like almost 2-3 weeks, it's like this video, and even more comments were coming in. But like again, I decided and slowly chipped away at it, and today I wrapped it up. Like that's what I did. I think before Hindi live stream, I sat down. I'm like, okay, comment it. I finally finished it up. That does give me some what you call pause. Finally, I'm like, I do try in my Hindi channel. I try to reply to every comment that is from member. In English channel, I reply to almost all comments as long as it's possible. Again, YouTube has to show me that. I'm not going into video and seeing the comments. I'm seeing in the channel as a whole comment. So if it's not there, then it's not my fault. mm. Let's talk about. So talk about Lindsay Clancy is her supporter now. American society is doing. Yeah, that was tragic to watch. That was just like, and I'm starting to understand. Like this is gonna sound mean, but I'm starting to understand why they had witch burning trials. Like watch how many witches in TikTok is saying like, I'm getting the vision. This husband did it. I'm like, imagine if you actually were the one, you will burn them. It's like you can't just make shit up. And I'm not joking. Like the popular one, millions of views. She's like, I'm observing it. It's like not only you have freaking remote viewing, you have remote temporal viewing. As like, okay, I'm looking from his eye. He does not feel any emotions when he's doing this. I'm like, the yes. Like, imagine a woman actually does that. And then I'm like, okay, TikTok exists and women do that. This was like, I'm getting it why people had like, witch burning trials and all that. It's like, because again, they can't shut up. It's like, sometimes, again, this is what you would say, like, what do we call? In Christian wedding tradition, is like, if you have something to say, say it now or forever hold your peace. Like there is a point, there is a reason for that statement, forever hold your peace. Like at some point you just like, even if you truly believe it, do you have the evidence? Do you have and again, be mindful, this case is like freaking 3 years ago. Like it's an ancient case. All the legal work, paperwork, all of those have been done. This was almost like, final wrap up. So how the heck you are like, okay, my TikTok brain, oh, he's a Gemini. I'm like, do these women do not understand like how the reality works, or do they want like witch burning trials? Like, can you imagine like some woman accusing you not because like she, she has evidence or she saw you something. Oh, because he has a ugly vibe. He has a lizard people vibe. I'm like, did our ancestor knew something that we don't, or we forgot? that was like, what the heck? Like, what the heck? And again, can you not see what are you defending? Oh, you don't understand. It's like, no, I don't want to. That was like shockingly bad, so to say. So should a DJI Osmo Pocket 4 last before gives up? Huh? See, when you are dealing with integrated battery items, that's the deal of the things. Like, see, tear down in fixit.com, like, can you actually repair the battery or replace battery? You can't do much about those sort of things. What are your upcoming projects? Right now, everything is on halt because, again, I was genuinely hopeful that the engine will actually start running and all that. Again, even if it's not like, smooth operator, it's like, at least try. Come on, start making sound. The last time it made sound, CV engine, was in America. That AO1 in the channel we have. That's the last time. So that's the whole thing. So viewers, those who want to buy iPhone, because I do not know the word to stop them. Again, it's not your duty to stop them. If they want to buy iPhone, fair, good enough for them. Like, it's their life, their choice. You do not have to worry about it. If they want to support a company like iPhone, that's their department, not mine, not yours. At least Americans are able to when the case of India judge will Yoni Satya. Oh yeah, that happens in India also. Like there are a lot of women in jail who have killed babies, and they're like, oh, she was unwell, that's why they are letting go of from prison. I'm not joking. This happens annually. Not joking. This is what Supreme Court does. Like literally annually. Like, oh, this lady killed this man. Oh, but she had like some mental issue. I'm like, what difference does it make? Like, did entire humanity got brain damage from Joker? Like, again, I think this is the biggest damage of Batman. People have this Dululu idea. It's like, if you're insane, you go to asylum. No, you don't. If you delete people, the end. The only question is, do we kaput you or do we kaput you permanently in a asylum? And if you escape asylum, the end. At that point, you will be like, pew on the site. Pew on site. There won't be a discussion. There were nothing. Pew on site. So, fundamentally, are you an atheist? Do you believe in God, religion? I personally don't. I don't. I'm atheist. On your Hindi channel, I've heard I wanted to watch a movie, but didn't want any recommend. So here's the recommendation. You're good to go. Love. I have watched it. Good for you. 5 minutes only. Feminist channel, Facebooks are silent on the. Not silent. They're supporting it. It's like that's. But I have to say, at least 5 to 10 women are like, no, no, this is not right. This will not go well. At least 5 to 10 women. What is postpartum depression? It's brain damage. Literally, I'm not even gonna give it like, oh, it's something. If it leads to that, it is brain damage. It's basically something that we need to what you call exercise from the gene pool of humanity. This cannot exist. Like, can you imagine, like, women never had to worry about this sort of thing when we had world wars, like actual world wars. And today, in modern comfort, and it's like, it's almost like because they are comfortable, they are getting brain damage. It's like, oh, what do we do? What do we bitch about? It's like, what the hell? Our ancestor known something, that's why they didn't have freedom. To be fair, at least a few women are noticing that. You can't say this like, oh, she's not responsible for her action. It's like, what are you saying? She's not responsible for her action. That's not how it works. I have to say, at least 5 to 6 women are like, this is not gonna go well. There are so much YouTuber promoting hydrogen and other tech without telling the actual truth. Why you are not the making way of correcting them and exposing them? It's not about correcting or again. I've actually told the truth in the train video. See the comment. See the comment. Like literally, read the comment. You will lose faith in humanity. Like most of the people cannot tell the difference that hydrogen is an element, not a technology. Meaning every property and behavior of hydrogen has been mapped out. Now you were like, okay, but from 1800 to now it would be different. No, it won't be. Like for example, let's just say, I keep saying this number. If you have a liquid hydrogen, 1 liter of liquid hydrogen, you are looking at 8 megajoule per liter. Now, does that mean we knew this precisely from 1800s? No. But at that time, it would have been like, again, assuming we had liquid hydrogen then, it would be like, it's like, it's 9, it's 7 to 9. Again, with better technology, it becomes tighter. It does not become greater than freaking hydrocarbon, because what is in hydrocarbon? Hydrogen and carbon. So, and again, you can do the molar mass calculation. Like this is something you can do. Heck, ask an AI to do it for you. It's like, okay, if hydrogen has this much energy in a compact volume, how much hydrogen it will take to give what kind of oomph? And then you compare the, basically, what if you have CH4, basically 1 carbon, and what is the molar energy output of that? And then you can easily calculate why hydrocarbons are so dense. We know this. This is in chemistry book. Every chemistry book is there. And again, I specified that read chemistry book. Do not listen to me. Read a goddamn chemistry book. Everybody was like, most of the comments, it was like painful to read. Painful. Like most people cannot tell the difference that hydrogen is not a goddamn technology. It's again, oh, EV, they were laughing at EV. It's like, no, they were laughing at lead acid battery EV. Do we use lead acid battery today? No. What do? We went to nickel. Then we used nickel electric vehicles. They were okay, but not great enough. Then we went to lithium. Then it's almost 3% useful. So again, data is there. I even said in the video, it's not technology, it's an element. Every aspect of it is done. And again, primary hassle of doing the trains on it is round trip efficiency, because you are paying extra, almost by 3x extra electrical cost every time you use the damn thing. It will pile up. And again, Germany built it and shut it down. And somebody's like, oh, Germany is laughing at the corner. I'm like, yeah, they took their public's money and effed them. Oh, China is making it, Japan is making it, Japan is not making it, China is not making it, China is selling it. Again, factual data that you can check and verify. Nobody just want to. Like, I have no idea why they have so much faith in government. It's like, okay, it's a natural selection. Nature wants to delete these people. And they're like, okay, if there are too much of these people in a civilization, we're gonna rot that civilization and they die. It's a natural selection. I'm no longer even angry. It's like you are fighting tooth and nail about this. And every time I say seaweed biofilm, oh, but that is unsolved. Then solve it. What the bloody hell? Like, why do you want to deal with hydrogen when every aspect of it is known? And why do you not want to deal with the problems and pain points that will happen when you go to seaweed biofuel? Because alternative is you keep burning oil and you die, because Indians will be the first country to die. Why? Because we are already at 30 degrees Celsius wet bulb temperature. At 35 we die. That's not that far away. So yeah. What did happen with your teeth? Which type of expensive cap used on the tooth? Oh, to be fair, issue was mine. My doctor did say that I had wisdom tooth here and wisdom tooth here that he wanted to remove. I did not. Something happened, some stone or something happened. This tooth, which had a molar that was corrupted, as in like it had RCT and a cap, it got loose and impacted wisdom tooth, destroyed it. So I can't have RCT on that. Like basically he had to remove that tooth. Like unfortunately I did not took the tooth away with me. I do have my wisdom tooth. It's fully rotten. I did not even know that black rot that you see in the tooth, that's apparently a bacterial thing and it's contagious. I'm like, what the it's a new thing for me. And today, like I did a checkup again. He did specify, because you can see like my teeth are like this, they're overlapped, so my bite is not what you call self-cleansing, so some amount of food will always gather up there. So he said like no matter how much you will do, you will have what you call higher rates of cavity and all that. So one wisdom tooth removed, okay, no problem. The healthy molar tooth that destroyed, so I have to do implant there. That's problematic. And then this one, thankfully this was just he was noticing it, and this time I'm like, okay, I'm gonna listen to my doctor, remove it. Now removing, not that painful. Actually cheaper, because like the whole tooth came out. So it's like, great. I have the tooth. I have the tooth. He was laughing why I'm asking for the tooth. So I do have the tooth. So this one is the tooth that got destroyed, that like completely blacked. This is the one. This is the tooth. Then we have healthier one. So this one, it was causing a cavity kind of issue, not cavity as in like a rotten cavity as in places where food were get stuck, and it will cause a rot. And again, it could cause abscess, pulse, and all that. So they were like, okay, I'm just like, okay, eat it out. It was super easy. Like this teeth did not cause me any issue. Unfortunately, I think I got scratched there by eating some food, and then I had an ulcer there. That was painful. Like last week, I was in pain. Again, the teeth, no problem. The ulcer, it was annoying, but thankfully it's cleared. Went to doctor today only. So it's like, okay, for now, I'm good, I'm sorted. Maybe I have to take care of one of the issue, RCT here. But main is because my jaw bite are not perfectly aligned, it will self-destruct. The teeth is self-destructing on its own. It's grinding against itself. Can't do much. So it's frustrating. So implant, I have to get that. The molar tooth, it does need. Again, it's not urgent, but the biggest hurdle with that is like, again, it's not the money, it's not even the time. It's the goddamn, it takes 3 months for it to harden with your bone. I'm like, damn. Is the hand uses that handle, spare battery. Okay, our ancestor would not even listen to, was just justify boom bum. What implant for RCT in teeth you told previous? Not RCT. RCT got destroyed because of impacted tooth. The like core is destroyed. It's not that cap came out. The root was destroyed. It's gone, like exploded. That was a tragic loss, but such is life. Hydrogen supporter, you find yeah, so many were like, again, I only talked about politically, I did not make it political. Only thing was, do not trust politicians. And again, I will die on that hill. And idea was very simple: worship God, do not worship politicians. And they were like, oh, he made it so political, which was like not political. Again, that it was painful to watch that video. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was not looking forward to it, but such is life. Such is life. I remember a case in India where mother of her 2 adult daughter kidnapped, stole mother multiple for temples. After mother died, they all won a mental harassment for her got freed. Yeah, it's a normal case. Like, here's the deal: father to child abuse is possible. death is very rare. Woman to child death is like Wednesday. Like, it's shocking, it's horrifying. Every culture, every country that monitors this, it is scary how often women everywhere, planet wide, will delete their kids. Like, just delete. Like, not abuse, just delete, shift delete. It is scary. Okay. Installed OpenSense on my old PC, now a powerful router and advanced firewall. Bro, I don't have hard drive to utilize something like that anymore. So it's not that. It's good that you did it, but like today's era, SSD prices are stupid, hard drive prices are stupid, RAM prices are idiot. So it's like, it's frustrating. 14 liter of space required to carry just 1 liter of liquid hydrogen. Yeah, that's the thing. That's another thing. Is that trust is more important than money? What does the rich people do after AI bubble burst? Again, the same thing that happens after all bubble burst. 2008 market crisis, dot-com bubble, the tulip crisis. It's common. It's like, it's normal. So just dropped in to ask, encourage manufacturing and R&D in India. Just dropped in to ask you to encourage. It's not in my hand. Again, I specifically built up the Holotech tree video to solve that issue. Like, what can we actually do on a country level to actually solve this? Oh, recently, yesterday, apparently, Dr. Rajendra Sharma watched my hydrogen train video. He's like, he called me. He like rarely calls me. He like fell out or called me. He's like, yeah, watch your video. It was very, what you call, very smart and all that. Like, I also thought the same thing. What stupidity is this? So we had a discussion, 1 hour discussion, and he was working on solid state battery research and all that. Learn something new. Like, apparently you can, like, let's say this is a battery right now, it's a prismatic cell. That's what you can do. But with solid state, you can have it sub cells inside it, meaning you can have this at higher voltage than a cell. And like, isn't that just packaging? No, because the case is not there. So you're basically, you can, for example, highest you would want to go is 48 volt. So you can have 48 volt one cell, and each cell, it's literally balanced to each other. Now, generally, you have to be within 2% of tolerance with each other to be balanced, but because how it's being manufactured, solid state wise, it's literally the same thing. It's not 1%, 2%, it is the same thing. And because their electrolytes are not mixing, it does not need separators. So they can have not packaging, like literally they can have natively sub cells, and that can allow you to have very high voltage per cell. So your BMS count will go down. Right now we have bonkers complex BMS. So if you have this, you have certain advantages. So thermal advantage happens. The current between the cells are super duper fast. So charging and discharging and thermal capacity improves dramatically. So that was a good thing. And again, as you talked about manufacturing, he is in a position where it's like, how the heck he gets funding to build the thing. So again, he built the prototype and all that, but he needs funding for large scale development and all that. So we were talking about some other stuff. Manufacturing came up, and again, like, India is a country of assembly, not of manufacturing. And he talked like, I told him, like, again, it's been a long since I had a talk with him. So I talked to him, like, hey, I had the chance to go to Chennai college and, like, tell the professors that, like, how the heck you're supposed to use oscilloscope. Be mindful, these professors know the Fourier transform. Like, I'm trying to understand, they know the Fourier transform. So on paper, they are like DGG guys. Like, they will teach the next generation. They are teaching the next generation. No discussion about that. Yeah, they have never touched oscilloscope. That's why Raigwal asked me there. I was like, okay, this is bad. And he said, like, oh, you're talking about, like, Chennai's college. I deal with basically Pune's, apparently. Again, he said that I do not know the validity of that. Apparently, Pune has world's oldest engineering college. World's oldest, like, as in, like, Asia specific wise. So I'm like, damn. And apparently, they get regular students from all the colleges for internship and all that. So he had a postgraduate student, and he had never touched oscilloscope. They like give him, like, there's the oscilloscope. It's like, okay, just probe the signal and all that. Is like, I don't know. I'm like, what the hell? What the heck? That was like shocking. Still, most people think India is developing hydrogen train and telling that India hydrogen train was an experimental project. Yeah, it's tragedy. Oh, another thing. Apparently, India Navy wants to use hydrogen in submarine. Now, again, if you have watched my old videos, I did say that you can do that with hydrogen and submarine because submarine requires ballast weight. You can replace the ballast weight with metallic hydrogen, as in what you call solid metal. What's the full name? Halide metal storage, so to say. Halide, basically, it's a ion lattice of metal powder that allows you to absorb hydrogen into it, and it's very effective. Like it can give you more than 10 kilo, like kilo. Yeah, it's in kilogram. Like you can store in kilograms. Then why don't we use it? Yeah, it requires 100 to 10 ratio. As it for 1 kg of hydrogen, you have to have metal powder of almost 100 or 10? 100, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it was heavy. So that's why we don't use it. Again, it's a normal thing in industrial scenario where you have to absorb hydrogen, a lot of it, they use that. But again, it's a static structure. For portable, it's not. So, but submarine does require a weight. So it's like, well, might as well use it. Then it hit me. Okay, let's say that solves your hydrogen storage problem. How the heck you gonna carry the liquid oxygen needed for it? And I was like, yeah, I was stupid. That I should not have said that. I even thought the same thing. It's like, what if cranes and bulldozer, because again, they need ballast weight. Anything that has like, giant stack of dead weight, put a metal powder. The metal powder is heavy enough and you can make them into like a big capacity of hydrogen. And then it hit me. Can't you do that with batteries? Batteries are big and heavy. What's the problem there? We want big and heavy, make big and heavy. And again, you get a round trip efficiency, meaning if you're charging 100 units from the grid, you are dumping 90 into your machinery. If you buy hydrogen, you are like buying 100 unit and putting 30 into machinery. So that's not acceptable. And then I was like, okay, but what if it takes longer to charge? Well, there are two options of solving it. First option is you swap the goddamn battery. Second option is, if it's a structural component, use again lithium ion supercapacitor. Again, it has a very low kilowatt hour, but again, you want mass, huge battery, massive battery, and the benefit would be rapid charging. How rapid? Well, you are limited by the copper conductor. So you can charge that puppy in like, again, have a small, two of those, one in the vehicle, one in the crane, one in the charging area, and it will slowly charge over the day. And then when it's fully depleted, connect them, boom, charger equalizes, go again. How quickly you can dump it? Well, 1 to 2 minutes. So that's so much better way. A Fourier transformer takes a complicated signal and tells you which frequency is inside it, how much is each one is present. I know the definition in Wikipedia, man. I needed to inherently understand it, how it's doing that in coordinate space. So if a war breaks out between China and India, who would have upper hand? You know the answer. The first thing we should do is turn off politician AC. Yeah. I think after people know about white hydrogen, they way to joy between hydrogen lover. Yeah. Oh, I'm not joking. Mirik Gorke, basically, he's the venture capitalist fan. He does fund a lot of this camera is from him. So he said, like, some companies are looking into hydrogen. I said, like, okay, I am guaranteeing you at this point in time, would they find hydrogen well? Very high chance. Will they find drill a well that gives out hydrogen for like very long duration, like 50 or 100 years? Absolutely. But I can guarantee you they will have very hard time. Like, again, I put my tongue out. I could be wrong. But the likelihood of getting even 100 psi of hydrogen is zero. Like the likelihood you will reach any useful amount of hydrogen is zero. And again, it does not make geological sense that, oh, humanity was overlooking hydrogen. It's like, hydrogen says, look at me, bitch. Hydrogen is not one of those things that you can, oh, I ignored it. It goes boom when you ignore it. That's the whole thing. After tooth removal check, thoughts are ensure you have wisdom left or not. Two wisdom gone, two left. 50%. I'm running on my 50% wisdom. So removal of wisdom tooth is compulsory. Depends on your system. 30% of people have healthy growth. Basically, it does not do impaction. It grows out normally. 70% does have the problem. Now, again, the problem could be mild to major. I had like this. Second tooth was not a major issue yet, but it would have grown into a problem. That's why I was asking. Again, I could have left it. This one I had to, because this did impact. If you have impacted tooth, you will know. You will have enough pain. It's like, I need to take care of it. You'll know. After sugar, ethanol caused chicken egg prices hike because chicken food corn is going to ethanol plant. Yeah, it's not like Anupam Vipul made a channel about it and talked about it for decades. Like, again, I might cross a decade few years from now, but I talked about it. Like, we've been through this. Rudolph Diesel and Henry Ford been through this. That's Mark 1 fuel. It will not work. You have to go to Mark 2. It will also not work. You have to go to Mark 3. Only viable option. Deal with its growing pain and then you will solve the problem. But no, then die. What can you do? As my badge the same like you. I noticed that teeth long ago. I found out your teeth. Mine are the same. Bent inwards. People are ready made Modi Vangraba Mandir. Hydrogen is little thing to them. Yeah. Never seen you with beard. I generally shave on the Saturday, so to say. Sorry, my apologies. Saturday, I generally do shaving. Does doctor told you some tips keeps your teeth healthy? So first, yeah, brush every morning, and in night always do salt gargle, because that will make sure that the bacteria virus that destroys your mouth, that is, again, it will not solve it, but it will delay it. So that's a very cheap remedy. Salt, warm water, gargle, the end. And I think that's the reason why, like, last time I had, and this was what you call injury based damage, and given how much what you call rot this has, it should have corrupted all the 3 tooth. It did not. So I'm pretty sure it's a salt gargle that I have been doing for like year at this point in time, like 1 year or 2 year, maybe some, or maybe even more. Do that. Like, again, trust me, you're gonna thank me. Do salt gargle regularly, religiously, like every goddamn night. What carbon monoxide gas called? Why carbon monoxide? It's not a silent killer, as in like it does not make sound. It's a silent killer because we don't respond to it. Our body does not detect it. That's the whole thing. Meaning there won't be any behavior. You'll just go numb and then you'll pass out, then you die. Your body cannot detect it. That's what silent means here. Technically, even helium is. But again, we don't have helium coming out of things naturally, rarely. So, heck, that's another thing. We have helium gas wells. So we have drilled for gas. We know how to find it. And we have never, ever, ever, one well in the goddamn planet. One. Hmm. How ethanol caused everything to be expensive. I've already made detailed video about that. Put your tooth under the cushion, it will convert into gold coin. Talk about Billy. There's nothing to talk about. Either it will become big or not. I do not know. There's nothing to talk about it. Hydrogen weed is so strong that even failed multiple times. Still, everybody spends millions of dollars on it. Yeah, again, I don't blame the company. Like that's the wisdom that comes with age. It's like, if you want to, like, again, these people were fighting me with passion, and I'm like, do you really think your political party, whose children are living abroad, is the best interest in their heart for your country? Like, are you really this retarded? And if you are, nature has to delete India. It's like, whoa, this is retard. Like, ship delete this shit. Throw away the hard drive. Burn the hard drive. Nuke the hard drive. Yeah. Your thoughts on yogurt look over to a very good. Your thoughts on yogurt took over because it was very good prediction metaphor on AI. I'm not sure what you mean, or confused by the context. What is the best electronic book? Understanding basic things about electronics can digest practical electronics. Dude, start with any book. Don't waste time on perfect book. Start with any book, and you, again, even a bad book will tell you how to read a good book. Trust me, start. That's the only thing. Start. What's the best beginners? Okay, done. In USA, 1K3 is some support. Yeah, I already talked about it at the starting of the video. Once you told a story about Jharkhand partition, please tell now. I forgot which exact thing you were talking about. I'm sorry, like if it's too long ago. Hydrogen waste just even okay. I've already done it. I made a video on solid state battery. Not yet. If humanity survives to colonize solar system, can we reach the star? That I do not know. That's a very long out question. Like I generally try to limit every future question to my lifespan. Basically, expected lifespan of 30 to 50 years left. Do you think SSD and RAM prices will go down? No. Given the what happened with hard drive after the flood, I'm old enough to remember the hard drive flood. So yeah, does Ola manufacture actually their own cell? What cell chemistry, the portfolio? They're working on lithium iron phosphate. And yes, they are working on making the cell, like actual cell in-house. Want to start manufacturing business, but the problem is I don't know where to get reliable workers. That's a problem that you have to solve. Most people just don't know where to start. My problem, where to get employees. See, I was having discussion with again Dr. Rajendra Sharma about this. Is that this is our Chakravyuh. This is our problem to solve. We have this problem. Great, amazing. Solve it. Figure out what to do. Solve it. Like I'll give you a small example. The game art studio that I got my first job, they had a problem that technically everybody that was coming out of colleges and institutes, they had amazing portfolio and all that. The moment they put them in actual production work, all of them were failing. None of them were able to meet the target. So they took a gamble. It's like, okay, we're gonna give you very little salary because again, let's say you're supposed to get 16,000 rupees per month for the internship. We're gonna give you 8,000. But again, we're gonna give internship supposed to be 6 months. We're gonna make it 1 year. So the key is first 6 months we're gonna train you, and we're gonna train you to industrial standard, not like college or institute, industrial standard. And after that you're gonna work 6 months. But again, the training, how the heck they justify the training cost? By halving our salary. That's how they justified it. And we had the choice whether we take this risk. I did, and again, I'm very happy. And again, some of us who are very good, they like, you know, before even 6 months was out, they're like, okay, you go into a project, like they understood like what's going on. Even I was like set into a project, I think 5th month, I think. They did not wait for full 6 months. So, and again, they did fire 2-3 people. So again, that's how that company solved the problem. It's like interns were coming in, but they were not that good. So if there is a problem, you have to solve it. Like there is no bitching about it. It's like there is a problem, figure out how to solve it. That's your task now, so to say. I think what would have happened if a project who doesn't abandon India would have been its own 5th or 6th. Yeah. Why my PC chat does not showing? It is showing, only shows on PC in PC. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Why not use LFP battery in submarine safer? Again, that's the whole thing. I thought, again, that was my thinking that hydrogen will make sense until I realized hydrogen cannot work without an oxygen tank. So you are double dipping a problem. So there is no point. What's the total protein intake? What is your source? Air. Why? Okay. What do you know about don't want to go previous live stream is not about money? What about balls, safety culture in your private? I'm not sure. I think I've already talked about it. I'm not. I have to look back my own what I was referring to. Yes, I knew. India's Chinese export cross. Oh, I think you are the first member, Happy 3B1. I think you are the first member of this channel. You have the advantage of watching my video in advance. What's your thoughts on launching new NVS satellites scheduled before lifespan ends? We have to do it. Like it's not like optional. India has to launch satellites. When you went to Bangalore, remember when you did short live stream, they came back, told us, a man asked him where you're from, told Jharkhand, and he told Bihar, Jharkhand are same. Nah, can't recall. Like again, that may be a thread. I forgot that thread. After ever, does it possible to cause a RAM crisis? No, the see point is, if people are buying at stupid prices, that shows the company that they can charge stupid price. Why will they reduce it? They will just increase their profit margin. I postponed buying laptop in 2026, but currently I regret that decision. See, I hear you, brother. I hear you. How the hell did we lose the knowledge every city closed and Indus? Like, I think of framework laptop. It's great. It's amazing. I would like to buy it, but unfortunately, it's not sold in India, so I can't do much about it. Okay, I'm gonna ask you guys a very pedantic thing, but again, I have this mechanical pencil. This is from the brand. You should be able to read it. Yeah, you can read. Yeah, Scritz Graph X 2 mm. I had a 0.5 mm. Unfortunately, I lost it. I have no idea how the heck that happened. Like it's just gone. I do not know where I lost it, but it's gone. Okay, so this is 2 mm. I generally don't use this. So I bought a 0.5 mm. Unfortunately, the first time I bought it, it was same brand, the same design. Turns out it was plastic one, and it was like freaking 500. I'm like, yeah, I'm not paying 500 for plastic one. So metal one was like 800. I think I have paid like 600 for the metal one 2-3 years ago. So I'm like, okay, fine, I'll buy. I bought this, got it, great, amazing. Unfortunately, the knurling, basically the knurlings you see on the system, it is uneven. As in this side, it may be hard to see. Yeah, you see, it's completely soft, like it's smooth. The knurling did not happen properly. And again, the same brand, same metal knurling. Everything is like very solid, very sorted. Why the heck it's not focusing the camera? Yeah. So I do not know, like, should I return it? Because again, that will be double return. I already returned the plastic one. Should I return this or not? I'm like, I do buy enough from Amazon that Amazon is like, yeah, hundreds of things he buys, few things he returns. So, but I'm like, I'm so anxious about this. Should I return? Because again, if I don't, it will bug me. I can buy a new pencil, but like, it's expensive. Again, I like the design, I like the weight. It's just that, goddamn, how the heck you messed it up, man? Like, this is an industrial process, so I'm pretty sure somebody messed up the production line to have this sort of a bad issue. But such is life. I am thinking what would have happened if Maruti project. Okay, yeah, 2 mm. Yeah, you can buy thick ones also, 2 mm one. 2 mm, 0.7 mm, 1 mm, 0.5 mm, 0.1 mm is also there. But again, I do not want to touch it. It will break too often. Can anyone buy lithium supercapacitor from online market like really economically? Like no, hell no. It's expensive. Fighter project was one of a few projects India put steps too early, but it didn't go for return it. Yeah, okay, I'll return it. It's possible to drill machine body with a 3D printer. Will it be strong? Define strong. Like you can't just say strong. Of course, it won't be as strong as metal. Right? So again, would it be as strong as like DeWalt hardcore? No, hell no. But you can make it strong enough. That's up to you. You can make it strong enough. If you're printing it with ABS and you know how path flow happens and all that, and people have made like actual hardware stuff out of 3D printing, but that's a skill set problem. You can't just like, okay, again, resin printer do claim that they have a resin that is almost as same rigidity as like, injection molded part. I do not know. I have not tested it, but claim is there that it is literally 80 to 90% of what is available in injection molded part, meaning it is dicto. You can like actually sell it to customer and be fine with it. For mental peace. Return it for, yeah, I think I'll return it. Again, it's an expensive thing, man. Like, I would not complain if it was like 100 rupee. It's a goddamn 700 rupee thing, man. Like, you can't mess up at 700. Like, again, first time I touched it, I like felt off. I'm like, this feels like a man, like, it's like a strong, solid grip. This was like, one of my finger was like, yeah, I got this. Second was like, why the heck I'm slipping? Yeah. What's your view on Nepal disaster? It's very dark. I have not looked into it. It's like, let it all settle down. It's too dark. Such is life. Oh, in other tiny news, I just realized this phone has crossed 2 years with me, and the freaking case broke. You can see the button broke. I have to say my hometown, which is in middle of nowhere, it has grown exponentially. Like we went from nothing to getting an airport to getting direct flights to even Amazon having 2 day shipping. Like literally, it comes in the second day. To be fair, that's why I bought this. This color again. I did not like this color. This color was available for again. It looks cool, but like I know like this will not age well. So I was like, okay, might as well because this was available today. I'm like, ah, annoying thing. What's your view on civil war between Hindu and future Hindu population is decreasing? Again, see, we do stupid thing, nature delete us. There is nothing to talk about. Like we are not gods. Time is the god. Time is the judge, jury, and executioner. So we got nothing to worry about. There's one report from America that says glacier breaking because of heavy construction project like tunnels and road and dam construction in that area. China charged geography for that. That could have happened. Again, let it all settle out. Let the time, let the things happen. Two prisoners looking through also see the mud, other sees the star. Hmm. Let me just double check, did anybody send in sort of. Okay, are those WW World War II battleship in well condition still used in the war? I think some of them are. Some of them are mothballed, so they can be reactivated. Like some US always does that. Like they do not delete all the ships; they do keep some of them. Uh, what may be the reason for CIA visiting Russia suddenly? Most likely a prisoner transfer between some spies and some heart-to-heart talk. So let's see. I think India will break apart. Time will tell. Certain things is like not what you call my concern anymore. Like I'm getting older. Like my joints make sound. I'm not joking. Like I do not know whether the mic kept it up. I folded my leg, my knee made sound. Like I'm too old now. Like I'm just like I just want the engine to work so I can die with some pieces. Like I genuinely tried something bold. Whether it works or not work, that's not an issue. But I tried it. Like I actually have to envision that what you call कर्म किए जा फल की चिंता मत कर. It's like do your duty. Don't worry about the reward. Why India and China are becoming friends? I think both nations are grouping against USA and China. Yeah, that's not happening. That's not happening. This is crazy. Everyone talking about civil war here. Why? I have no idea. Is there no single crystal turbine blade in SS30 I could be able to cruise that? So speed has nothing to do with turbine. Nothing to do with it. It had, by the way, it had linear turbines. Sorry, linear crystals. Meaning, if if this is the turbine blade, the crystals were like this. They like multiple small crystals. That's normal metal. By that time, they did figure out how to make what you call linear crystal. Now it's like one big. That time they did not. Again, speed has nothing to do with it. I did made a shot on it. I did make a shot on it. How the heck at supersonic speed engine breathes? Because again, engine is designed to absorb subsonic air, not hypersonic or supersonic air. How the heck engine breathes? Um, it's basically there is a transformer in front of the engine and behind the engine. So from engine's point of view, it's breathing normal air, subsonic air, and pooping out supersonic, which is becoming high supersonic after coming from that converging diverging nozzle. So that's the cowling, the air intake. Air intake is using shock, and the high altitude gives you low pressure. So you basically converting low pressure, you are basically doing this. So you have basically high pressure and low pressure, high velocity, and you convert it into basically low velocity, high pressure. So engine can breathe effectively. That's the geometry that way. That's why. Why can't we make a single crystal blade? We do. India has made like few of them for the helicopter blades. We really have given away a lot about your hometown. Again, see, I genuinely hope everybody is not retarded. It's like, okay, this is your hometown. I don't want to share it. And again, if people do not want to envision it, there are 10,000 ways to hack it. It's not what you call imposter. Like I'm not like 10 level security analyst where it's like nothing about me is leaked. It's just that I'm hopeful that people are not retarded enough where it's like, okay, if somebody does not want to share, let's not share it. Uh, so we are also able to build a jet engine without using single crystal blade. See, India can't build a jet engine because we do not have balls or brains. We open our mouth, it's like we want to Mark II jet. That's not how it works. For example, right now, how the heck do you think America knows how to make jet engines? Did they start with jet engine? No. Turbo was the first thing everybody knew in 2000. Sorry, 2000. I'm saying 1910. Yes, 1910. Engines were coming early on, and people figured out how to make turbines. Then why didn't make anybody a jet engine in World War II, like the early phase of World War? There was no metal alloy that can handle it. Somehow, somebody figured out that there is a denture metal that had nickel content into the steel that allowed at 700 degrees Celsius high heat environment turbine to not soften. That was the foundation on which they built the what you call impeller wheel, the turbine, the early turbines. So it can handle the exhaust, run the compressor side. Compressor was not that bad, but the part that was dealing with the exhaust, that part. That's how America learned. And again, multiple companies worked on it. They all worked, and because there were multiple companies, there was competition. So they started to invest in metallurgy, and brick by brick, they started with turbo. India never touched turbo. It's like figure out how to make turbo from brick by brick, and then you're gonna jump to jet engine. They did that in 1930s and something like that, brick by brick, day by day, and then voila, they got multiple companies. Like jet engine for America is like brah. It's just like making it cheap is the hard part. Ukraine is like brah, cheap jet engine, take it and go. We always like, okay, open our mouth and directly give us Mark II. That's not happening. What's the again? There are a lot of difference, but it's like turbocharger is the first what you call the seed technology. Basically, country that can manufacture turbo reliably, figure out the metallurgy. That's the first step. Of course, modern turbines are much hotter. Like they started with 700 degrees Celsius, then went to 800 to 900, slowly to 1000 to 1200. Right now, almost 1600 degrees Celsius. Again, we are not trying to get hotter simply because it creates more NOx pollution. So for that reason, we want to tone it down. But again, that's how you build. You brick by brick. If you directly open your mouth, it's like, I want single crystal blade that works at like 1600 degrees Celsius. It's like, bro, learn how to use like, mass produce a basic bitch jet engine. Once you do that, once that's like a sorted thing, like 5-6 companies are there in India that can make a basic jet engine. For again, nowadays you can even try that like what you call basically Shahi drone jet engine variants. You can do that. Like start with that. Don't directly go with fighter jet. You're just gonna waste time. Or worst thing, you're gonna partnership with some other company to make it. Which again, fundamentally, you still not know how to do it. How is your Airavata engine progress, bro? Scroll at the first. That's the first starting topic that I've talked about. Anyway, it's been an hour, so let's call it a day. I am tired. My legs are getting tired, so let's end this. I will see you guys next stream. Bye.